Okay, so when I was in secondary school, we were doing some mock tests to help us prepare for GCSEs later in life. And on the day that I'm talking about, we were doing a mock maths test, which was my worst subject. So midway through the test, my brain was just fog. I didn't understand shit, and I couldn't really grasp what the answers were or how to get them, and I couldn't really grasp the questions either. So I was a very anxious kid, so there was no way that I was going to raise my hand and be like, excuse me, I don't understand, in front of the entire class. So I did the next best thing that I thought was okay. On the front of the test, I wrote, "I'm sorry, I don't understand, and I need more help." And then I handed it in to the teacher with the rest of the kids. Now, this is normal, right? This is like, if you're anxious, you do the next best thing, and I thought that that was okay. So cue an hour later, during one of our yard breaks, and the maths teacher comes stomping over to me and demands for me to follow him to his classroom. It's worth noting that the maths teacher and the English teacher were like dating at the time, and she was there too. So once I'm there, they close the door, and she, the English teacher, starts yelling at me for the absolute disrespect of defacing the test. How dare I scribble all over the front of the test and then not hand it in completed. I interrupted, which was a bad idea, asking if they had actually read what I had wrote. The maths teacher started also yelling, like, we shouldn't need to, just like you shouldn't be defacing the tests that we give you. We're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts to prepare you for GCSEs, and this is how you repay us, by writing all over them. And I'm so fucking distraught at this point, because what does a wee little 13-year-old shy kid say to these two adults screaming at me, right? And I wish I could tell you that it had a good ending, but like, it didn't. They told me I had to take the test again, so I did, and I subsequently failed, because of course I did. And they said Leah just needs to apply herself, and that they didn't have time for me if I wasn't gonna try.